Hello everyone, we are back today for another video blog, and today's question is, do you inherit a loved one's debt? And good news, the answer is no. Whether we're talking about a spouse, a parent, a child, or another family member, you will not inherit that person's debt. You will not be personally liable for paying their debts after they pass. So the question is, well, who is responsible for those debts? And the answer is that person's estate is responsible for his or her debts. Now, the estate is responsible for paying those debts only if there are probate assets to pay them. So if there is money in a bank account that didn't have a payable on death beneficiary listed, or if there are other probate assets available in the estate, then there's a possibility that the creditors may be entitled to payment. However, if we're dealing with a formal administration where a personal representative has been appointed, usually those types of probate proceedings are when the assets in the estate are over $75,000. In those situations, creditors are only entitled to payment if and when they follow very strict procedures. So even if there's money to pay the estate, but the creditor has noticed that an estate is open and doesn't file a timely claim, too bad, so sad, they're not entitled to payment. So it's really important to make sure that you are being advised properly before you ever pay any bills that you get. And here's the thing, creditors are sneaky. They want to get paid. Some of them are pretty honest and will, in their disclaimer at the beginning of a phone call, will say really fast that you're not personally liable for any debts, only the estate is liable, but they're still going to ask you for payment. So do not pay medical bills, credit card bills for any of your loved ones unless you talk to an attorney and an attorney has advised you that that is appropriate. So let's say, for example, that your father passes away and your father had life insurance and that life insurance paid out to you. If your dad has medical bills coming in and the medical providers are asking for you to use that life insurance money to pay for those bills, that's not required. Even though you only have that money because your father passed away, that money belongs to you and that debt does not belong to you. So just be careful with that. And on a final note, do be aware and do protect secured assets or any assets in the estate. So if there is a home that's secured by a mortgage, that is a debt that you're going to want to keep current because that home has value and you don't want it to go into foreclosure. The same thing goes if there are vehicles that you're interested in inheriting. You wouldn't want those to be repossessed. So those are two examples of situations where you would want to pay the bills as they're coming in. But for the most part, especially medical bills and credit cards, make sure you talk to somebody before you pay those because chances are it's not time to pay it and it may never be time to pay it. So save your money. All right. Hopefully you guys got something out of this and I look forward to bringing another question to you next week. Have a great day.